Hello, everybody. It's Kevin. Today's Friday, the 26th of February. We're almost at the end of the month. I'm well. I hope you're well. And welcome to this, in the mid-Atlantic, what looks to be a wet and sloppy Friday. I don't know why I'm giggling at that. I just think it's quite ironic that weather's weather. It happens just as seasons happen and people happen and behavior happens and stuff happens, right? Today's message is about being intentional and placing your intentions honorably. By that I mean honoring yourself, honoring what you believe in, honoring your convictions, by being intentional about what you do. So I've often spoken about this. I can't call it really counseling, but folks come sit in my chair. In some reason, they pour out what they want me to know or what they want to share, and I'm happy to hold the space to listen and see what lands. That's my intention. There's a difference. I think sometimes we talk about reaction and response. And a reaction is that place we usually go to, that place we find comfort in, that place that is something we've done all the time. So it becomes a habit. It's neurologically wired into the brain. And there are people that will say something with the intention of knowing they're going to get a reaction. And so for case in point, an example of that, many of the commercials that you see advertising products, there's intentionality in it. I don't know if any of you follow Flow, Progressive Insurance. That's intentional. It's you want to see what she's going to do next, what's going to happen next. And in that intentional scripting, they are dropping in these hints that you should try these, do this, go there. You're watching what you think is a funny story, but then up into there, intentionally, there are these little subliminal messages that pull you in, make you remember. So when you think of something, Campbell soup, food, recipes, I don't know, green bean casserole, whatever you want to call it, it goes you right there to the Campbell soup people. That's in advertising. What about in life and living life? When you get up in the morning, you first wake up. What is your intention for that day, for that moment? Probably to get out of bed. Probably to start the day. And do you intentionally tell yourself, well, you haven't had enough sleep, you're still tired, and go back to sleep? Do you unintentionally say something like, well, here we go again, I've got to do this again, oh my gosh, I got this, blah, blah, blah. Is that intentional? What I find about myself is when I am being intentional about something I want to do, want to achieve, that's where focus goes, because that's where energy is. Intentional energy has the greatest power you could possibly harness in yourself. All of the I've got goosebumps, so there's an angel here guiding this. All of the work you do here, while you're here, as you are, sometimes as you're not, is intentional or should be intentional. But much of it is not intentional. A lot of it's not intentional. Think about something that happens, whether it's an accident, an argument, disagreement, misunderstanding. They are all mostly unintentional acts, unintentional things that people say or do without an aim. So an unintentional act is like a random arrow. The archer did not look for the target before pulling the crossbow and sending the arrow out, just randomly shot an arrow out of the crossbow anywhere. There is that thing called fate, that we set something out and then, whoa, okay, I didn't expect that to happen. The unexpected is a result of unintentional acts. So when you get up in the morning or when you start anything, it's not so much about, yes, having a goal, yes, having an end image, for sure. Must have something to aim for. That's part of the intention. But the rest of the intention really is having the power to focus on that intention. Here's why we're talking about this today. Power and intention. So I have to look at the opposite of that. It would be weakness, unintentional acts, not much power in being unintentional, right? There really isn't much power in being unintentional. There's power in being intentional. You get up, you've got a project to do, you're intentional about that project. You're going to do something, go shopping, prepare for something, go on holiday. You're being intentional about it. This also pertains to anywhere in your life that you feel at odds, that something's not working, the situation's not going the way you want it to go. You can talk out loud just to get it out, just so it doesn't become a festering feud within your body. Or you can be intentional about making the changes that you want to make and you want to do. Typically, intentional living and intentional being pops up when there is a situation that causes us to get attention. Fine, we're not feeling very well, we need rest, or we've eaten something that doesn't quite agree with us. But fully putting your intention into a project, a career, an act, a friendship, something that you want resolution on, something that you want manifestation with, something you visualize, needs not just attention, but it needs an intentional decision, an intention. So oftentimes, if you find somebody who says to you, I'm thinking of going to do this, I'm thinking of wearing that, I'm thinking of buying so-and-so, or I want to date this, or I've just met somebody, or whatever the thing is that they want to share, right? The question then becomes, at least it is for me, what is your intention and why? And oftentimes that comes up with me when I am in a consultation for somebody. They'll come in, they'll sit, and they'll not have a clue where they want to take their hair. I don't know. I want you to tell me what to do. Well, I can, and I'm not going to, because this is your intention. This is your image. This is what you do. So we start with, how do you feel about your hair right now, this minute? What does it make you feel like? And then you can get to the intentional, my intention in that consultation is to get to the root of what we're sitting in the chair for. And it's okay if someone says, I've never been asked that question and I really don't know. Okay, good. That's even better. Because now we can start with the plan. What's your intention for moving to this place? What's your intention for buying that house. If there's not if there isn't any intention, it's challenging to put your attention to it because the attention lands all over the place, or can. They talk about intentional living, intentional manifestation. What I know for sure with myself, if I want something to materialize, for example, if I visualize the end of something that hasn't yet achieved or haven't yet got, or something I'm working on getting, if I'm not clear with the intention of why I'm doing it, the justification behind it, I won't do it. Or if I do it, it doesn't land anywhere. It's a waste of time. Yes, what I understood, gosh, it's been almost 8 years ago. Gosh, I can't believe it. 7.5 at least, sitting in a hospital room with, now I know to be angel spirit guides in the room, where I thought I was hallucinating on whatever medication I was on. No, that was real. They appeared. Was that time was of the essence, that we don't have it. Oh, I got goosebumps. Yes, I'm listening. Yes, and they're all like, I can, if someone was going like this, and saying yes, 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 they're all like all everywhere. The point about being intentional, there's power in it, real solid power. So if you think about how much time you have here as a human being, doing what you're doing, if you're not intentional about how you use it, then you're sort of wasting it. And I don't think it is, it's hard to say it because I hear all the time, stop wasting my time, stop wasting it. Yeah, really, seriously, that's one of the most precious commodities anybody could ever give you. You can't get it back. Yesterday doesn't return. We haven't got tomorrow yet. Stop wishing for it. Be right here, right now. Intentional. Be intentional about what you're doing. Intentional about how you want to proceed forward. And the biggest thing about intention, if your intention is to tidy up, clean up, sort out, be intentional about it. Start from point one. My intention today is fill in the blank. By lunchtime, I'm going to fill in the blank. When you hear yourself saying, oh, I meant to do that, I've done it, I've been guilty of it, oh, I forgot to do so and so, you weren't being intentional. There wasn't any power in it. There wasn't any power in claiming it. Here's what I know about power. It has nothing to do with brawn and strength and muscles and whether you run another mile today or not. Power is the ability to stand in the intention of who you are with the knowledge of what you're doing and an idea of how to do it. Even if at the time that you're making these affirmations, intentional statements, being powerful in your approach, even if you don't really know what the outcome's going to be, because we really don't. Honestly, we don't. We can suppose, we can subject, we can maybe have an idea of what it's all going to look like, but we don't really know for sure because it hasn't happened, hasn't rolled out. But if we're intentional with it and we put our attention to it, that's almost like tuning that dial in, being tuned in, tapped in, and switched on to the greatest flow there is. That's the power, the greatest flow. The ability to be able to manifest and realize absolutely everything and never doubt that that's possible. Never doubt that this is what we're doing. Attention with intention is true power. Done. Now let's read, my personal card, which I always share with you. It's abundance and blessings. um, I don't always sit in gratitude, and I am in awe and gratitude for everything I've learned, everything I'm doing, the ability to do this. And for those that are tuning in, that do watch, hugely grateful. I do often second guess the intention of this. Like, well, what am I doing this for? What is this? Well, just keep doing it. Does it matter? Yes, that matters to me. I like it. I enjoy it. And I would say I feel like it's helpful. That's, yeah, that's the intention. To be helpful, to be of a purpose, to have folks perhaps look at what they're doing and find a more suitable way to do it. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't quite know if this pertains, but we're going to read it. There we go. February 26th. Enhance the lessons of the night, or enhance the lessons of night. This is written by Melody Beatty. Her book, Journey to the Heart. I reached Wyoming's Yellowstone Park late. Much later than I had planned. The park was sprawling. I wasn't certain how to find the lodge. I couldn't find anyone to ask for help for all directions. Tired and exhausted, I couldn't make sense of the map. I found myself driving around and around, becoming almost frantic. Suddenly, beyond the treetops, I spotted a bright light. Good, I thought. It must be the lodge. I drove a little farther, then stopped the car, and stared in awe. What I saw stilled my heart and calmed my frantic pace. Above the Yellowstone Lake, nestled between two mountain peaks, glowed a huge, white, full moon, the largest I'd ever seen. The pines stood guard, quiet and still. A light layer of snow and ice frosted the lake's surface. I pulled to the side of the road and watched the moon set. It was the single most beautiful, breathtaking scene of the journey. I would never have seen this scene in the daytime. I would never have seen this moon had I not gotten lost. I would never have seen it had it not been this particular time of night. So maybe I'm not lost, I thought. And maybe I'm not late. Maybe what I really am doing is taking a beautiful evening drive. When we're lost, when the way gets dark, sometimes we see things we never would have seen in the daylight. Sometimes the lessons we learn in the darkness are breathtakingly beautiful. Enjoy the sunshine, but trust the darkness. It is more than to be endured. It is to be experienced and later cherished. Trust the darkness. So I'm thinking about how that lands, because that one is a little different. Trusting the darkness, I think, because of the nature of what it says. I always feel like darkness and light, as opposed to good and not so good energies. But trusting the darkness, she found beauty out of being confused. Let's meditate, shall we? Your feet flat to the floor so that you know all four corners, your big toe mound, all the way across to your blades of your feet and the center of both heels. Imagine, if you will, that all those points that are connected to the floor are grounding you. Breathe in and let your air go. Find the stillness with your palms facing the ceiling in receiving. And connect with where you are physically, the room that you're in, the area that you're in if you're outside, what your physical ears hear, what your physical nose can actually smell, and the way your skin feels against the extremities, what's external from your skin. And take a few moments to let your conscious mind just settle into your physicality, your brilliant physicality. Know that when you are using your third eye center, that area between your eyebrows, you have access to see with clairvoyance. Let's begin. Archangel Michael, thank you for cutting the ties that bind me and everyone else to people, places, situations, stories, drama, and any other unnecessary rubbish we no longer want or need. And thanks so much for cutting those ties now. I declare that I am safe and free, and the weight of the world is lifted off my shoulders. And so it is. Putting your hands over your heart. I am the keeper of my mind and my body. Wherever love and joy is, fear is a stranger, and love, joy, happiness, lightness is here with me. So it is. And picture the area of your heart right between your chest as if it were open wide. Imagine this big ball of light golden energy coming down towards you, swirling around you, instantly connecting with the light within your heart, filling you up, surrounding your skin, and move this entire energetic ball of light, of love, of joy, of happiness, all the way around you. See this light of love as your field of protection. Now I'll continue with the angel prayer. Angels, thank you for reminding us of your presence and showing us what you need us to know. I am willing to listen, I am willing to receive, and I'm willing to share, and so it is. Gently follow your breathing. Listen on the inside for what sound your breath makes. Know that you are the bridge between the Mother Earth that holds you, protects you, grounds you, and keeps you rooted. At the other end, the Father of Heaven, the far reaches, lofty mountains, on up above the stratosphere. Way beneath the soles of your feet and way high above the crown of your head is a cord along which the internal flame and the internal intelligence and the higher intelligence flows. See this cord as an extension of your spinal column. Along this cord flows your spiritual energy. Invite your spirit guides, your angels, by thanking them for being with you and around you, for helping you. Thank you for their divine guidance. Thank them for their blessings. Using your inner knowledge, your inner power, your inner wisdom that you came here with. Thank your spirit guides and your angels for connecting to that energy. When your mind wanders off, come back to your hands, your feet, your heart. Reconnect consciousness to the physical foundation of your feet, the physical emotion and openness of your heart chakra, and the wisdom, intuition, and messages that come from the crown area of your head. Discover what's new about your meditation practice. Discover what is accessible as you relinquish control of the past. Open the channels of opportunity and possibility. By letting go of the fear. You are and always have been safe and free. Free to choose. Knowing that you are safe and free is the first step to feeling that you're safe and free. Tuning into the feeling of being safe and free. Creates a reality of being safe and free. Keep yourself open. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. Lift your thumb knuckles between your eyebrows. And together, let's bow. Namaste. Oof. Yes. I feel energized now. Ready to go. Have a wonderful Friday. I'll be back here tomorrow morning. Same time, same channel. Lots of love to you, your family, and all those that need it. And we'll talk soon. Bye.